All right, so today I want to talk to you about entrepreneurship, being your own freight broker boss, being your own trucking boss, right? I know that's something that people look at and they marvel at and they say, man, I can do that. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be my own boss. That's great to have that desire within you, because I think that's what it first starts with, to have the desire to do something other than what you're doing, right? And of course, it's more attractive to be an entrepreneur than it is to work for somebody else, right? Because you don't control much working for someone else. As an entrepreneur, you have more control over your own life, over your own, most importantly, time, right? But here is what we think sometimes, especially when it comes to time. We think because we own our own business, we don't have to commit a whole lot of time to it. We got a lot of time to just kind of do what we want to do. And that is the furthest thing from the truth. When you first start a business, and I've been in business now for almost 10 years, about 8 years now, right? And I still have to put in the time every single day in this business. It's not just about going out and lollygagging, doing what you want to do, hanging out with the fellas, partying, enjoying yourself because you are making a lot of money. See, it takes work to go in and make a lot of money. And here is what you must understand. Everything about you will be tested. Your intelligence will be tested. Your discipline will be tested. Your willpower will be tested, so forth and so on. There is so many things about you that will receive the ultimate test. And most of us back down when we find out what is required. When that test comes up and we see the test, we say, man, oh man, I didn't bargain for this. This is not what I wanted to do. I don't want to put myself in this position. I don't want to work this hard. I thought the whole idea was to kind of come into something and be able to do what I wanted to do. And that's the misconception about being an entrepreneur. It takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of work over a long period of time. And some of you, just being honest, I'm not trying to deter you. Most of you would be better off getting a job, right? Because that is how your mind is wired. You're wired for a job. You feel like that if you go and work, there should be something at the end of that work. Somebody should exchange something and give you something for your time. It doesn't work like that in the entrepreneur world. You can work a whole lot of times. Often I work and work and work. And when you look at the end of the tunnel, there's nothing there for you to get. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's no money at the end of the tunnel for you to get, because it's not time for that yet. This is in the building phase. And a lot of you think that because you put time in, because you put work in, you have to get paid immediately. You have to understand and accept delayed gratification. If you're not willing to do that, you are not willing to go through what is necessary for you to go through to be an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is great, but get this picture out of your mind, what they show you on social media. Just kind of walking around, doing your own thing, lollygagging, talking to people and hiring other people to do the work for you. No, it's not their business. You don't have, or excuse me, they don't have the same investment into that business as you do, so they're not going to work as hard as you do. It is your business. It is your baby, and you have to do the work, right? Nobody is going to do that work for you. I hear a lot of people a lot of times say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to stay on my job and I'm going to hire somebody to do the work for me. And I want you to think about that. Who do you think is going to build your business for you? Who do you think is going to have that drive and motivation to build something for you that's not theirs, right? That they're not even being compensated like it's theirs. So they are not going to put the time, the effort, the energy into something that does not belong to them. It's not their business. Here is what you must understand. If you are going to come into business, if you are going to be an entrepreneur, get ready, accept it up front. You will have to make sacrifices, and I mean tremendous sacrifices. I'm not going to paint a picture to you that, hey, this is going to be clear blue in 22, all fun, and you just having a great time. No, it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. Sometimes it's going to make you put your head down and wonder, Should I have done this? It's going to make you second guess yourself. It's going to work against your confidence, because that's how entrepreneurship, that's how being your own boss works, right? You see marriages fall apart. You see friendships fall apart. Families fall apart because of a business, because you have to put so much time into it. You have to put so much of yourself into that business. A lot of times you don't have anything left for your family, right? Because there's a period of time that you got to sure enough come with it. You got to come with the smoke in order to be a successful entrepreneur. So my message to you today is, if you want to become an entrepreneur, know that's what you want to do, but also immediately know there's a sacrifice, and I mean a hell of a sacrifice, that you have to be willing to make. If you're willing to make that sacrifice, and I mean make it over and over and over again, then maybe, just maybe, being a business owner, being a boss is for you. But maybe not. So understand that and deal with whatever comes with it. Be willing to deal with everything that comes with entrepreneurship. It's not just about money. It's just not just about having a good time. It's about hard work and dedication. That's what I wanted to share with you today. I certainly hope this information has been helpful. If you want to learn more about the freight broker business, that's the business that I do, I'll leave a link in the description. It'll give you an opportunity to sign up for my free 5-video series. It's titled How the Load Movement Process Works. Gives you a chance to come into the office with me so you can watch over my shoulder as I move loads, talk to shippers and carriers, so you can get a better understanding of how this business works before you come into it. And then if you would like to know how you go out and find shippers, find customers that we work with on a day in and day out basis as freight brokers, those shippers are the ones that give us the opportunities to move their freight so that we can make money. If you don't know how to do that, I'm gonna leave a free video right here that shows you exactly how that's done. So until the next time, I wish you the very best in your life and business. See you all the way at the top of the mountain, because the bottom is much too crowded.